What's up guys, I'm Suman from Phones Team. So here is the Nokia Lumia 730 and I'm sure that you would have watched many reviews, but I decided to make a review on this after using this for nearly 2 months. So I've been using it for not exactly 2 months, so nearly like around 1.5 months, and this phone has proved to be one of the best budget phones I've used, irrespective of the OS itself. So without further ado, let's go into the review. So the Nokia Lumia 730 is the successor to the much acclaimed 720, which was declared phone of the year. So I mean budget phone of the year. So this is the Nokia Lumia 720 here to the left. So as you can see, lots of difference from the processor to the screen size to the display to everything except for the camera. So both have the same 6.7 megapixel Carl Zeiss optics, and as it has the same Windows layout, I mean for Windows Phone layout, except there's no dedicated camera button here. And you have the volume rockers, the power button, have the 4.7-inch 720p display, which is an OLED display, which I'll talk to you in a minute. And here you have 6.7 megapixel camera and an improved 5 megapixel camera towards the front. And here you have Nokia branding and a top 3.5mm headphone jack. And towards the bottom you have your micro USB port, and again in the back you have your loudspeaker with Nokia branding. So talking about the display, so here you have a 4.7-inch 720p display. So I'm not sure of the pixels, I mean how many ppi this has, but it surely has somewhere around near 300. So it's actually not 300, somewhere near around 300 in its 280s or 290s. But irrespective of how many ppi it has, it is one of the best budget displays that you can find in the market right now. So this has an OLED display. So as you can see here, there's a beautiful OLED display where blacks are actually true blacks. So as you can see, you can't find out much of difference between your bezel and your black parts from the screen. So for example, you can't spot the difference between your bezel, top bezel, and the display itself. So that's what OLEDs is, and getting that in a budget phone like this is surely one of the best things. And 4.7 inches, the somewhat perfect size, so not 5-inch or not too small, so it's the perfect size and it fits in the hand really well. And talking about the comfort of holding this, it has those beautifully curved edges with the flattened down top and bottom. So it is not really similar to the previous model, but still you have that great feel while holding it in your hand, and it has a sturdy look or sturdy effect while holding this. So as you can see, you can hold it really well, it's really good, and you can reach all your buttons on top and bottom. So everything is actually nice in this. Before I go on to other performance like battery life, let me just talk about few features in this. So this has NFC, so considering it again as a budget device, getting NFC is actually awesome, even though we are not going to be using it actually. What they say NFC blah blah blah, but still including NFC is actually a great inclusion in this 730. And you have this amazing gesture double tap to wake up, and it's actually 90% accurate, so 10% it doesn't actually wake up the device itself, but actually it's good. If you take a look at the bottom here, have your on-screen menu, and I mean the home and back keys. So from the bottom, when you swipe up, they go away. So this enables the full screen mode, and when you bring it back, it comes back. So it's somewhat like your Android experience. So while gaming, while watching videos, this is actually useful. And if you take a look at the settings, you have your NFC, as I've already told. You have your kids corner where you can manage your phone only for your kids to use, and it has the data sense, so you can manage how much cellular data it's going to be using. And you have project my screen driving mode and all these new stuff, because actually the previous phone, Windows phone which I've used, had Windows 7.5, so it is a straight jump for me to Windows 8.1. So all these are actually new, and you have all your new touch apps. So sensitivity, you can set it to high, normal, navigation bar, you have all those things. Have the display where you can save energy on all those kind of stuff. You have a color profile, so many new apps. And without taking or misleading you from the old Windows experience, they've still maintained the old experience like multitasking, but you can delete it while by swiping it up or down. So as I've previously told, this is an OLED display. So as you can see from this picture here, this is taken from the camera itself. So after this we'll be jumping on to the camera. So as you can see, the display is too good. So as you can see here, the colors are really vibrant, and the pink is pink, but a little, so there's a little bit extra saturation. I mean, that's actually good. It's not oversaturated like the Samsung's displays, which has a Super AMOLED display, but still this is the perfect saturation that you need for your device. So jumping on, or say moving on to the camera app. So this is one of the best camera apps cameras that you can find in a smartphone, and for the budget, this is one of the best cameras that you can really find. So it has a 6.7 megapixel Carl Zeiss enabled camera, and you have front facing 5 megapixel camera, and as you can see, you have many shooting modes. Shooting modes in the sense that you can adjust your exposure and all those kind of stuff. And as you can see here, you have your Lumia Cinematograph and Lumia Camera, Lumia Selfie. So there's a front facing camera. This is the Lumia camera that you get with those high-end devices like the 1020, and you have your scenes like auto, night, and all those kind of stuff. And then you have your front facing camera. Yes, there it is. And here you have the pictures which you've previously taken. And then as you can see, all these stuff are shown in the viewfinder. So this is for easy task, and you can click here and just your wish, you can select what needs to be shown here in this row here. In photo settings, if you go, you can change your flash options, or you can just choose it in the previous thing which I've shown to be displayed here. And you have all those where you can change the aspect ratio. So one thing I like about this phone is that you can keep the aspect ratio in 16:9, so that's a really great option. So not like the Google camera where you get only at 4:3. And you can set the exposure value, and then you have your ISO, so it goes all the way up to 3200. So let's keep it in default. And you have your options to keep your burst photos for how many days, or never delete, or anything like that stuff. And you can also enable the tap to take a photo option. And if you take a look at the video settings, so 1080p video is surely available. So as you can see here, so let me just bring something else, so a lighter subject. Here as you can see here, it takes really good video. So if you take a look at the video now, there'll be a video showing directly taken from this. Or if you want to see an in-depth comparison between the Nexus 5 and the Nokia Lumia 730's camera, I'll leave that in the link, in the description box down below, so you can check that out. So the videos taken in this are really good comparing this to other high-end devices. So you're getting a Carl Zeiss optics, and the videos are good. It focuses really well, the focus is good. And then bring some other object, it focuses actually really well. So in the video department and photography department, this has surely not let me down. And the front facing 5 megapixel selfie camera is actually not bad. So have adequate lighting, and this is surely one of the best cameras that you can find for taking selfies, and it has a wide angle camera. So there'll be a few samples now running as I talk, so you can take a look at those for the selfie results. So now talking about the performance. So in this performance section, I'll be comparing the real life performance, the gaming performance, and the video which can be played by this itself. So talking about the performance, this runs on Windows 8.1, so less RAM needed, and as always Windows 8.1 is buttery smooth. So as you can see, buttery smooth. Now coupling this with the Snapdragon 400 chipset with 1 gig of RAM, it surely is a really fast device. And in terms of gaming, it actually goes really well. The loading times of games are actually not very bad, so they are reasonably fast. So as you can see here, I'm loading Subway Surfers and it loads quite quickly, but not as fast as all those other high-end devices. But price, this is surely a sucker because it can handle games really well. Sorry for the shake, guys. So it can handle games really well, but try playing games for more than 30 minutes or so, you are gonna get a really laggy performance because it has only 1 gig of RAM. So considering that in mind, this is surely good at gaming but not recommended for gaming. And talking about the video playbacks, so here we have the full 1080p video of my unboxing of the Nokia Lumia 730. So here we have the Nokia Lumia 730. So this was released just a month ago, and you can get this for around 14,000 here in India. So as you can see here, this phone can handle 1080p video with ease, but taking a close look, so you can see, as it's a OLED display, it's difficult to show, but you have these black bars to the side, but I don't know why they keep showing up for any video that I put on this. I really don't know why that's happening. Maybe in the next software update it might be fixed, but taking a look at the video playback, it can handle 1080p videos with ease. So there's no any such problem of handling 1080p video. So handling 1080p videos, playing games, except for playing games for a longer period of time, it is actually really good. So this phone till now is actually good, but how is the battery life? And battery life, so let me just divide it into 3: for really light users, for moderate or medium based users, for heavy end users. For low end users, this battery is actually going to last for you for around 3 days or 2.5 days or 2 days. So this is the battery capacity. This has a 2300 milliampere hour battery approx, so that's nearly to the Nexus 5. So coupling this with the Windows 8.1 software, the optimizations and all those kind of stuff, battery life lasts for the low end user. So those people who don't use their phone much or use their phone only for calling purposes, this phone is gonna last for at least 2 to 3 days on a single charge. For moderate users, this phone will surely last for 1.5 days. So my father is a moderate user, and for him it lasted nearly 1.5 days using this phone on a single charge. So here, as you can see, the battery on top here, the last time I charged this was yesterday night 12. So that was when it was fully charged, and still only nearly half has already gone. And so for moderate users, this will surely come for nearly 1.5 or say 2 days. And for heavy end users, this phone will surely last, and that's my guarantee. It will surely last for around a day. So you play heavy games like Asphalt 8 or any other high-end games like that, and you watch videos, you browse the web, do anything, it'll still last for you for around nearly 1 day. So in all these three categories, this phone will surely stand for at least the minimum will be 1 day. So battery life is no issue in the Nokia Lumia 730. So talking about the memory. So this phone comes with 8 gigs of onboard memory, but a good option given by the 730 or by Nokia is that you can add an SD card. So I have a 16 gig SD card. And one great thing about this is that you can transfer all your apps or everything from your apps, your music, everything to your SD card. So in that way, there's no need for you to worry about the space. Or see, as you can see here, I have all my games, pictures, videos, WhatsApp file, everything on the SD card rather than using the phones. So in this way, your phone is going to be fast, fluid. So let me just tell you how to open the back cover. So all you need to do is you can open it from here. Just keep it on top and pull the case back so it snaps out. So from this you can see that you can change the back plate of this, so according to your desired color or whatever color is available. So you can choose from ranges of white, orange, green, so anything like that. And as you can see, here's a huge battery, and you can see the SIM card 1 compartment and your micro SD card compartment and your SIM card 2 compartment. And here you have all those sensors, blah blah blah. I think the NFC chip is within the battery like Samsung does, and here you have your loudspeaker. So this is a simple or I thought this would be useful for those who wanted to know how to open this device out. So let's talk about the pros and cons. In the pro side, you have an awesome display, OLED, 720p, good or say really good amount of pixels, and really good experience viewing this. And the brightness can be adjusted to any level. Even in bright sunlight you get really good visibility, and as you can see here, tilted to any axis, it doesn't fade away. You get really good viewing angles. So the first pro will be the display, and the second pro is going to be the battery life. You are going to get really amazing battery life out of this device. And the third is going to be the performance. So let this be Windows, so this is nowhere near to Android, but still you have all those apps that you want in this. So you have from WhatsApp to all those games like Subway Surfers, Temple Run, Facebook, everything. And even though if you don't have apps like say Snapchat, you have an alternative for that, like SickSnap, which is actually Snapchat's alternative, like in Android, where you have alternative to Twitter like your Felix and things like that. So there's no issue of apps and everything, and surely developers are pushing or giving effort in giving new apps to this. And you also have all useful apps, and customization may not be as great as your Android devices, but still you can just play around with these tiles around here, resize them, put them into any shape you want. That's your wish. So customization for me is not at all a big problem because I don't customize my phone, but all the information or useful apps are there here. You want anything, go there, long press, and you pin to your start. So you are going to get that. So in terms of personalization, this is actually not a big loser. So performance is absolutely good. But con. The only con that I could find that is that for taking front-facing selfies or videos, you need adequate lighting, and This is not such a great con, but neglecting your or taking into consideration that con is that apps. So the loss of, or say not non-availability of many apps that you have on your Android devices might be a little frustrating, but still this has all those necessary apps that you need right now. So what is my view, or say my verdict, on the Nokia Lumia 730? And that is, it is the best budget smartphone that you can get in the market right now. It has a beautiful display, awesome performance, great battery life. Three main things that a smartphone user needs. Uh, Even the back camera is actually good. So these days, no one is going to take selfies in low light, so everyone is coming outdoors and casually taking selfies. So in that case, also, this surely does the job. If you are on a budget, you want really good battery life, really good performance, and all the necessary apps, surely go for the Nokia Lumia 730 here. And I guarantee that you are really going to be happy with this phone here, and I've recommended it to many people. So the same price bracket, you have the Moto G. I mean, this is a good phone, and if you want to check out my review on this, that will also be in the link down below. But here we are not talking about this, so throw it off. But the 730 is surely an amazing device. So be sure you check this out if you are on a budget, and you will not regret it. So guys, this is Sumant, and once again, this is 2015. Happy New Year to all you guys there. And if you like this video, please be sure to hit a thumbs up, and let's see if 2015 is going to be a great year for me or not. Or let's see whether Phonestein comes up. So this is Suman signing off, and peace.